Hey guys, how are you? This is Andrew with ADS and I'm back this week. Please excuse my delay. If any of you happen to notice that I wasn't here last week, my apologies. Had a lot going on. I'd had a social media workshop to run, and so that required all my energy last week, and so I knew I wanted to devote the right kind of time to this video. So thank you for being here and for showing up this week. All right, and so in the last video that I did, it was all about the Kanban board, and I just used a Kanban board for the first time and for my first 90 days at a time. And so in that video, which I'll link to, we're talking about how that worked for me. What did I like about it? What I did not like about it? And also really like the lessons I've learned implementing that. So now I'm going to take some of those lessons learned and implement it over these next 90 days and see how that goes and how things improve for me. So first order of business is to clear and remove this Kanban board. So we will do that now. A little dusty. I think it's good to clean it every now and then. All right, so now that it's nice and squeaky clean, I can now get about the business of repopulating this board. All right, so now what I'm going to do is go back through these stickies that I did not accomplish, which if you remember from the previous videos, I feel is largely because I was putting too big of tasks, too broad of a project on some of these stickies that didn't make it to this bottom accomplished area on the Kanban board. And so because it was too big of a task or too big of a project and not like a small, minute, easily doable thing, you know, something you can knock out in 30 minutes or less, some small little task, boom, boom, boom. Now this time I have done a couple different things differently. So we'll see how this goes. What I've done is I've gotten these are like, I need to like Google around on Amazon, but I am such an in-person person with some of this stuff and I want it when I want it. So I probably went to like 4 different stores in this area where I live in the greater Atlanta area and went to 4 different stores looking for the right stickies. And I'm such a visual person. So, you know, like I like these stickies because they're in this nice cool color scheme. You know, it kind of flows with my space, but I figured that these will work because it allows me to do smaller tasks, just simple, small things on here. We'll see if I can accomplish that without going crazy. And some of these are in the cool color scheme, so I'm going to try to stick in these like nicer, cooler colors and not these ugly neon colors. I'm just not feeling the neon right now. So these more muted tones is what I'm going to go with. And because they're skinnier and, you know, like significantly less wider, you can fit more of them on here. So I don't have to feel bad about not getting tasks up here that I mean to. I can do smaller tasks and do a lot more of them. And that way I can break projects down into smaller bite-sized tasks as opposed to bigger chunks like I was doing before. So that's what I'm going to try. Okay, so what I've done here is I've put a set of stickies down. Sorry, Michelle, I had to use Michelle Obama's book for this. I would put a set of stickies down for all of my clients. So this one says plan out February for trade, the rest of February for trade. Plan out February month for KB. And so that goes on and on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For 7 of my clients, one of them I already done this for, so they're not included until April. And so I've done that for February, March, and April. And when I say plan, it's just going back through our notes and going through our plan we have to date, but planning out like specific days, posts that are happening, emails that need to go out, blog posts that need to go live. If they're doing videos, when those get released, and promotional items around that on social media and through email and all that kind of stuff. So that's what this means for me. And now I'm going to put this up on the board. So this is one set done. And so I like this far left side of the board for revenue driving things or things that are critical, important for the business. So these kind of items for me are critical, important for the business. Okay, so that is one row complete, and I do like the smaller stickies, even though it's probably a good thing that it limits what you can write on it, because it does how difficult does it have to be. So what's nice is I got 90 days worth of tasks for one project down on one skinny little row. And that's way better to me than one sticky that's like, bring value to clients, which is really what I had on my last Kanban board. And it totally, what I had in my head for that totally didn't get done. And so this feels so much better because these are small, actionable things I can knock out in like a 30-minute session or less. And so when I decide to work on them, they're going to move down to this actionable area that we talked about. This is like the action area where you use, this is the stickies that you're working on for the week. And then when they're done, they move down to the completed area. So I foresee a lot more stickies migrating down, much more than last time. So yay. All right, going on to the next thing. Okay, I am finally done, I think largely done with this Kanban board. So excuse it if it looks like slightly crooked or whatever. This is just like super fast, quick working. So let me say, I like this so much. It feels so much better. I mean, I liked the first Kanban board I did, but this, knowing what I know now about having gone through the first 90 days, this feels so much more motivating because all of these really are like tiny, tiny tasks. And I know I said I didn't want to do neon colors and I kind of wanted to stay in the cool palette, but then, first I was running out of colors. And secondly, I decided I like this shot of warm, like the warm tones. It's not this brash neon color, but I like this shot of warm, sunny tones for the events that I'm working on. So I'll talk through those quickly. Okay, but just know I'm like so excited. I'm so excited about this board. Let me tell you. This is great. It's so good to like do this every 90 days. I'm liking it so much, and I've learned to like not beat myself up, for these stickies that didn't get done in the past 90 days. What I did was learn from that and then transfer these stickies into better actionable items. Not more better, but mo better. But better actionable items, smaller tasks and things that are really a lot easier to chew rather than looking at one daunting thing that's like, because you never want to get to that. Like if you see something daunting, you just keep working around it and you never touch the daunting thing. But when you make it so minuscule that it's like, that's not so bad. I can do that. I can do that. Then it feels so much better. Like just writing these, it felt so much better. Okay, so again, this blue area here is like core critical business items. These are plans for clients. And then also some things that will help me, resources and talent I'm looking for. And, something as simple as find the last SAM email I was looking at. SAM meaning like, that's the government website. And so, because you have to have a cage code if you want to do government contracting and all that. So it's basically find the last email there and then create the next sticky. So that's what I did for things where I wasn't sure, because these are new uncharted territory and I don't know what the next steps are. I simply said, find the last email about it, create an action item after that. Simple. That's not daunting. That feels better. That's something I can find and knock out in like 5 minutes. And I feel better about it rather than saying, oh, this process is forever. It's taking forever. So this feels so much better already. Oh, I can't tell you. Okay. This like light blue section is nicer stuff that's also business related. Like pick a venue for my birthday happy hour. So I always invite clients and friends and family and people who are around for a fun little happy hour. And so that kind of like lightly goes with business. These are my e-blasts for myself and social media for my own agency and that kind of thing. So it's planning for that. And then this lovely shot of pink in the middle is my fun area. This is fun stuff. So I have down here, this is like items I've already picked out to start working on now. So these are the active items, just one from each thing I've pulled down to work in this week. It could spill over into next, that's okay. And so this is the fun stuff. Like this is stuff like visit Zucot Gallery. I've been wanting to visit Zucot Gallery, and so that's here, and that's like inspiration. It's like fun, beautiful, like visual inspiration. We're creatives, and so it's important to get those inspirational things in. And it's also stuff like February, do a mani-pedi day. And that doesn't mean that I have to like spend money on a mani-pedi. I can like do it myself. But it's still the fact that I do it, it's so nice. Whether I do it or other people do it, it's obviously nicer if other people do it. And stuff like walk by the river. So I have like March walk by the river, and I have that down like 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 times. So at least once a week I'm getting to walk by the river, which is nice and it's exercise. And if I can do it more than that, great, that's super. But at least it means at least once a week to get out there and do that. This light pink is for my book. So I think there'll probably be more things I add here, but it has like week of February 25th, which is next week, or like week of February 18th, which is now, hit 65K words. So that's not unreasonable. I've been able to do 5K words a week. So that's like week of February 18th, get to 65K, week of February 25th, get to 70K, March 4th, get to 75K, March 11th, get to 80K, March 18th, get to 85K, which is my goal. And then it has time for plotting, editing, and lots of editing in April. So by the time my birthday hits, which by the way is March 23rd, don't forget, it's gonna be fun as usual. By the time my birthday hits, then for sure I'll hit my word count goal if I stay on task. And then I can use the whole month of April for editing only, like editing only. But I also have like some plot days mixed in where I can like focus and concentrate on the plot of the book. By the way, the book I'm writing is the Scotland book, and so I'll link to a channel where I sometimes post things about that book there. And then this golden area, this like shot of golds and yellows, is the events I was telling you about. So there's this gold area is for NOMA. That's an event. It's like an award ceremony for architects. So I'm kind of leading that effort. And then there's this ABC event, which I'm so excited about. It's Brand Tech Day with the Atlanta Black Chambers. And so we're doing a Brand Tech Day where entrepreneurs can come in and they can have all their stuff looked at with expert eyes by people who are marketer experts, brand experts, social media experts, digital people, website people, and your tech people who build apps and software and all of that. And people can come in and get their business looked at with fresh, really expert eyes and get, leave the event with actionable steps. They have an idea of what they need to do. They can ask their questions. There'll be workshops and that kind of thing. So I'm so excited about that event, but it's going to be so much to do. So these are like key action items for that event. This orange, and then these lighter ones in yellow are lighter events that I'm involved with, like smaller action items for that. And then lastly, this is like my money column. This blue, this like tealy blue is money, and that's important, but it's like not business money, but like personal money. So things I need to do here. I love this. I super love this. When I tell you, like, it feels so good just to get this done and to do it. Please, start your own version of a Kanban board. I have come across people who've done digital versions of this and all of that, and I'm telling you, it's awesome. You're gonna super love it. So pause, let me ask Alexa, what time is it?
It's 7:01 p.m.
Gotta run. See ya. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you next time. All right, cheers.